Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the very heart of gardening, the starting point of all the beauty and bounty, choosing your plants. We're talking seeds, bulbs, and those little starter plants you see at the nursery. It can feel a bit overwhelming with so many options, right? But don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to pick the perfect plants for your space and your style. First things first, let's talk about the big three: seeds, bulbs, and starter plants, also known as transplants. What's the difference? And which one is right for you? Seeds are the most budget-friendly option and give you the widest variety to choose from. Think about all those amazing heirloom tomatoes or unique flower varieties you see in catalogs. You will usually find them as seeds. Starting from seed is incredibly rewarding. You get to witness the entire life cycle from a tiny speck to a full-grown plant. It's pure magic. However, it does require a bit more patience and effort. You'll need to start many seeds indoors weeks before your last frost date, which means you'll need some basic equipment like seed trays, a good quality seed starting mix, and a sunny spot or grow lights. Plants like tomatoes, peppers, zinnias, and marigolds are fantastic to start from seed. Then we have bulbs. Bulbs are essentially little underground storage units that contain everything a plant needs to grow and flower. Think of tulips, daffodils, alliums, and lily. The best part about bulbs is they are super low maintenance. Pretty much just plant them and forget them. They are perfect for beginners. You plant them in the fall for a spectacular spring show, or in the spring for summer blooms like dahlias and gladiolus. When you buy bulbs, look for ones that are firm and heavy for their size, with no soft spots, mold, or major blemishes. A bigger bulb often means a bigger, more vigorous plant with more flowers. So, if you want a garden that explodes with color with minimal fuss, bulbs are your best friend. Finally, we have starter plants, or transplants. These are the young plants you buy from a garden center or nursery. They give you a huge head start on the growing season. This is the perfect option if you're short on time, don't have the space to start seeds indoors, or if you're just starting out and want to ensure success. When you're picking out starter plants, you want to look for a few key things. First, check the leaves. They should be green and healthy looking, not yellow, brown, or spotted. Avoid plants that look wilted or have signs of pests like little webs or tiny insects. Next, gently slide the plant out of its pot and look at the roots. You want to see a healthy network of white or light-colored roots. If the roots are circling tightly around the bottom, the plant is root-bound. It's not a deal breaker, but you will need to gently tease those roots apart before planting to encourage them to grow outwards into the soil. Also, look for plants that are stocky and bushy, not tall and spindly. A compact plant is often a stronger plant. Now that we know the types of plants, how do you decide what to actually grow? This is the fun part. The most important factor is your growing conditions. You need to match the plant to the place. The first thing to figure out is your sunlight. Take a day to observe your garden space. How many hours of direct sun does it get? Full sun typically means 6 or more hours of direct sunlight. Part sun or part shade is usually 4 to 6 hours. Full shade is less than 4 hours. Most vegetables and many popular flowers like roses and zinnias need full sun to thrive. On the other hand, plants like hostas, ferns, and impatiens love the shade. The plant tag or seed packet will always tell you the sun requirements, so always check that first. There is no point trying to grow a sun-loving tomato in a shady corner. It just won't work. Next up is
Your soil.
what's it like?
Is it sandy and drains quickly?
Is it heavy clay that stays wet? Or are you lucky enough to have rich, dark, loamy soil? Most plants prefer well-draining soil that's rich in organic matter. If your soil isn't ideal, don't despair. You can always improve it by adding compost. Compost is a gardener's best friend. It helps sandy soil hold water and helps clay soil drain better. You can also choose to garden in raised beds or containers, which allows you to control the soil completely by filling them with a high-quality potting mix or garden soil. This is a great option for urban gardeners or anyone with difficult native soil. Another critical piece of information is your growing zone. You've probably heard of the USDA Plant Hardiness Zone map. This map divides the country into zones based on the average annual minimum winter temperature. Knowing your zone helps you choose plants, especially perennials, shrubs, and trees, that can survive the winter in your area. You can easily find your zone by typing your zip code into the USDA website or many gardening websites. For annuals, plants that complete their life cycle in 1 year, the zone is less critical, but you do need to know your first and last frost dates. This tells you your growing season's length, which is crucial for knowing when to plant and when to expect a harvest. Now let's think about your garden's purpose. What do you want from your garden? Are you dreaming of a kitchen garden packed with fresh herbs and vegetables? If so, think about what you and your family actually like to eat. There's no point growing a ton of kale if no one will eat it. Start with easy-to-grow veggies like lettuce, bush beans, radishes, and zucchini. Maybe you want a riot of color with a flower garden? Do you want to attract pollinators like bees and butterflies? Then plant things like coneflowers, bee balm, and salvia. Do you want flowers you can cut and bring inside 4 bouquets? Consider growing dahlias, cosmos, and snap. Or perhaps you need something low maintenance for a tricky spot. Succulents and ornamental grasses can be fantastic, low-effort options that still provide a lot of texture and interest. Planning with a purpose will make your garden so much more satisfying. Let's also talk about size and spacing. That tiny little plant in the 4-inch pot can grow into a massive shrub. The plant tag or seed packet is your guide here. It will tell you the mature height and spread of the plant. Pay attention to this. Giving your plants enough room to grow is one of the most important things you can do for their health. Overcrowding leads to poor air circulation, which can cause fungal diseases, and it forces plants to compete for sunlight, water, and nutrients. It might look a little sparse when you first plant everything, but trust me, they will fill in faster than you think. A good rule of thumb is to plan for the mature size, not the size it is when you buy it. One final tip when you're at the nursery: don't be afraid to ask for help. The staff at local garden centers are usually incredibly knowledgeable and passionate about plants. They know what grows well in your specific area and can give you tailored advice. Tell them about your space, your sunlight, and what you're hoping to achieve, and they can point you in the right direction. They might introduce you to a new plant you've never heard of that is perfect for your needs. So, to recap, start by deciding between seeds, bulbs, or transplants based on your budget, time, and experience level. Then, become a detective in your own backyard. Analyze your sunlight, soil, and know your hardiness zone. Plan your garden with a purpose, whether it's for food, flowers, or function. And finally, always read the plant tag for information on size, spacing, and care. Choosing the right plants is the first and most important step to creating a garden you'll love. It sets you up for success and saves you from a lot of heartache down the road. Take your time, do a little research, and most importantly, have fun with it. Gardening is a journey, not a destination. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope this helps you feel more confident as you head out to pick your plants for the season. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more gardening tips and tricks. Let me know in the comments what you're planning to grow this year. Happy gardening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!